Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Tadowski's Shelter. Today, we're going to continue our VIP shop discussion. This time, we're going to go level by level, and I'm going to talk about what the privileges actually are. Remember, like the video if you like the video, subscribe for more content, leave a comment, let me know what you want to discuss, and let's get into it. So the reason we're going to do this level by level, as I said, is because it's going to be easier for you to find the information on a privilege that you might not understand. I remember looking back and not understanding all of them right away. I had to actually play with things in order to figure out what it actually does. Keep in mind, a lot of these privileges are more time savers than they are to actually make you stronger. It's there to make the gameplay smoother, faster. If you think you're going to unlock the VIP store and you're going to get significantly stronger, you might want to tone that expectation back just a hair. So let's get into this. We're going to be talking about VIP level 1 privileges. Now, this should be fairly easy and quick because a lot of the privileges are pretty straightforward and you will grasp it right off the bat. For example, VIP level 1 and every level from here on out will always have the same troop buffs. You will get a 2% might buff to fighter, shooters, and vehicles. You will get a 2% resistance buff to fighters, shooters, vehicles, and you will get a 1% health point bonus to fighter, shooters, and vehicles. That is going to be consistent through every VIP level. It's a small increase, yes, but every little increase does help when it comes to your troops because it all adds up in the end. There are so many buffs that go on that it's hard for people to keep track of them. I can't even keep track of all the buffs that I have. So every time you can get a buff, it's probably beneficial to get it. So we can skip those ones every time we get to a new next level, because if you don't understand how those buffs work or how might, resistance, and health points work, I want to refer you to my troop video from earlier. But let's talk about the other privileges that are available in VIP level 1. Now, 2 of them are going to be a very common theme that you might see for the first 3 levels, which is going to be your mass rushes. Now, in level 1, you're going to get access to the farm mass rush and the oil well mass rush. So what is a mass rush? Think about rapid productions. When you do your daily rapid production, because I'm assuming all of you have already fully unlocked your rapid production technology, but every day you get a 100% guaranteed success rapid production from every resource building that you have. As you know, you probably have a ton of individual resource buildings at this point. You will have to individually click every single building and click rapid production. What the mass rush does is allows you to rapid produce all of your resource buildings in one click. You can also choose not to do some buildings and do others. This will unlock the one-click mass rapid production for farms and oil wells. If you go to your base map and you click on farm, for example, you will see the rapid production button change to bulk rush. And if you click on the bulk rush, you will see a list of every farm you have on your base and the success level it is at. And at the bottom, you can either rapid produce all of those, or you can uncheck the boxes of the ones that you don't want to do and mass produce the ones that you do. The next one we will talk about, which is pretty easy to explain, is going to be the extra hospital. You get access to 1 more hospital. Why is that important? As you upgrade that building, your hospital capacity goes up. That means they can hold more wounded troops. If you can hold more wounded soldiers in your hospital to heal them, that means less troops will go to your clone center or just straight off die. That will save you money in the long run because gene fragments aren't really that easy to come by. The next one we will talk about is the energy refining plant overload efficiency increase. That is a lot of words for just saying you're going to get some extra cores when you go to rapid produce this structure. Your energy refining factory will allow you to use cash to create blue cores over time. Now, blue cores are used to make APC parts. Let's say I can't wait, or I am very close to being able to produce this part. I just need a few extra extra cores now. There is a rapid production option. If you click on the factory, you will see overload. Now, what overload does is it basically does a rapid production. The problem here is that you will not get 100% of the cores. You are guaranteed to get cores. There is no success rate. You will definitely get cores. However, they do have to imply a penalty for getting them immediately. Normally, your first overload of the day will be half. It will be 50%. If I overload it, I will only get 300. Now, every time you overload one of these factories, that number will decrease. You will get less and less energy cores every time you do it for a maximum of 6 times, and you will get less cores every time you do it. Now, what the privilege will allow an extra 50% to the overload number. So in this situation, I went from 600. If I overload it, I will only get 300, but the privilege will allow an extra 50%. So half of 300 is 150. You add that together. And now if I overload this with the privilege, instead of getting 300 cores, I will get 450. Now that trend will continue every time. Yes, there is a decay. Let's say the first time I do it, I would normally get 300. Let's say the second time I do it, I would only get 200 energy cores. Well, that 50% still applies. So the 200 halved would be 100. You would add 100 to 200, and that means the second time I do a rapid production to get the cores, I would get 300 energy cores instead of 200. That trend continues. The last one in level 1 is the sticky favorite. Now, what is sticky favorite? If you click on it, it says unlock to sticky favorite coordinates. That doesn't really give you much explanation. This one did confuse me for a little bit at first. However, I quickly learned what it actually meant. If you weren't aware, on the map, you can click anywhere and do what we call make a bookmark. What this means is that you believe that this particular spot is that important or is something that you need to come back to, and you want to be able to do it quickly without having to just randomly search again. So what you would do is you would click that spot, you would click the 3 stars, which is basically adding a bookmark. You would pick whether it's a special friend or enemy. How you label it really doesn't matter. This is only for you to see. You can actually change the name of it. You could give it a nickname. You can say why you're saving it. Whatever the reason is, you can type it in here. And then you can click OK. Now, if you go to access your bookmarks, which is going to be next to the coordinate numbers at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a little page with a star. That is your bookmark button. If you tap on that, you will be brought to every single bookmark that you have made. You can scroll down the list and find which one you want. You will also be shown alliance bookmarks. These ones are the ones that your leadership has determined are that important that they feel that every member should know where it is. You cannot alter alliance bookmarks unless you are an R4 or R5. But your personal ones, you are free to do whatever you want with. Initially, when you do bookmarks, you're only going to see the bookmark itself, the location. The K means state, the X is a location on the X-axis, the Y is a location on the Y-axis, that's all normal. And then you will see a pencil. If you click on the pencil, it basically allows you to change the name of it. At the bottom, you'll see a cogwheel. If you click on that, you are able to delete any bookmarks that you don't want or don't need anymore. But what is a sticky? What does sticky mean? If you look at my list, you will see that I have a lot of bookmarks. I didn't normally name them because I was in a rush. If I wanted to name it something in particular because I needed to recall it, then I would. However, even if I felt it was important, it may be at the bottom of the list. But let's say I don't have time to scroll through the list. I need that coordinate now. Something is happening. I need to get there this second. Well, that's where sticky comes in. Sticky means that any bookmark that you have on this list will be stickied to the top top of the list. Now, the arrow here with the line above it is going to be the sticky selection. Let's say I go to the bottom of the list and I see this one, and this is the one that I feel is the most important that I need to get to quickly. If I click on the sticky option, that coordinate will be taken to the top of the bookmark list. So every time I go to click my bookmarks, it will be the first one at the top. You can turn off sticky by clicking it off or on. You can also sticky it when you go to create the bookmark by clicking on create a bookmark, and by the OK, there's a little checkbox that says sticky this. It will automatically sticky it for you. And that's that. But I know it doesn't seem like an important privilege. It doesn't seem like something that would be extremely useful, but I will tell you, you will use it more than you think. Bookmarks are very, very valuable, especially once Doomsday starts and you are in different states. You are going to want to be able to jump to specific states and places fast, especially during battles. Bookmarks are huge, and they will become more and more important the longer you play the game. So this is the start of that privilege. However, the sticky is more useful than probably most of these other ones. And that's the sad thing to say. You see these buffs, you're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I see the mass rush. Oh, that's awesome. I see the extra hospital. Awesome. And the overload. That's cool. Oh, sticky. I use the sticky favorite more than any of these other ones. So don't look down on a privilege if you don't fully understand it or you don't think you're going to use it right away, because it might turn out to be the most beneficial one that you have. And that's it. That's all the privileges for level 1. I'm only keeping this at level 1. The next video I'm going to do is going to be for level 2. Leave a comment if you have a question about anything, you didn't understand anything. Leave a comment if there's another topic you want to talk about. Like and subscribe for more. Keeps us making these videos, and share it with your other players. Share it in your alliance, especially for you newer guys. A lot of people don't know that this stuff exists. They have a lot of questions. They don't know things, and it's going to be very beneficial to make these videos for all you new players that don't have anything to work with. Hope that helps. I hope it explains exactly what's going on in the privileges. Help each other out. Share the information. You don't even have to share my video. Just share the information with each other. Look out for each other. Your alliance is your dysfunctional family. Your state is your dysfunctional family. This game, you're all part of my dysfunctional family. So let's be as successful as we can and help each other out as best as possible. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. And until next time, be safe out there.